Hey everyone, welcome back to Edgeverse. Today, we're diving into the mind of a legend, Bruce Lee. You know him as the guy who redefined martial arts on the big screen, with lightning fast kicks and that unforgettable battle cry. But Bruce Lee wasn't just a movie star or a fighter. He was a philosopher who changed how we think about combat and life. His philosophy, Jeet Kune Do, isn't just about throwing punches, it's a way of being, summarized by, be water, my friend. So, what does that mean? How did a kid from Hong Kong become the father of modern martial arts and a global icon? And why does his philosophy still resonate today? Let's get started. Bruce Lee was born in 1940 in San Francisco, but raised in Hong Kong, a melting pot of Eastern and Western cultures. As a teenager, he trained in Wing Chun under the legendary Ip Man, shaping his early years with its focus on efficiency. But Bruce wasn't satisfied. He got into street fights and realized traditional martial arts, with their rigid forms, didn't always cut it. He started questioning everything. Why stick to one style? That curiosity sparked a revolution. Have you ever felt stuck in a system that just doesn't fit you? That's exactly what Bruce was rebelling against. Fast forward to 1964, Oakland, California. Bruce faces off against Wong Jack Man in a fight that changed everything. Bruce won, but he wasn't happy. The fight lasted 3 minutes, too long. He felt his Wing Chun moves were too stiff. That moment was a wake-up call. Bruce threw out the rulebook and started building something new, Jeet Kune Do, or the way of the intercepting fist. It wasn't a style, it was a mindset. Bruce said, I haven't invented a new style. I hope to free my followers from styles, patterns, or molds. JKD is about using what works, no matter where it comes from boxing, fencing, judo, you name it. It's about being free to adapt, to find your truth in a fight. Now, let's talk about the heart of Bruce Lee's philosophy. Be water, my friend. In a 1971 interview, Bruce said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Water can flow or it can crash. Be water. Water doesn't fight its environment, it adapts. It flows around obstacles or smashes through them. In a fight, this means you don't stick to one technique. If your opponent charges, you slip and counter. If they retreat, you press forward. But it's deeper than combat. Ever face a challenge in life that feels overwhelming? Be water. Flow with it, adapt, and find a way through. How could you apply that mindset to your own life? JKD's philosophy is poetic, but Bruce was also a hardcore pragmatist. He boiled combat down to three principles: simplicity, directness, and economy of motion. First, simplicity. Bruce hated the fancy, flashy moves in traditional martial arts, calling them a classical mess. Instead, JKD focuses on a few high impact techniques like the straight lead punch or the side kick. Less is more. Next, directness. Why throw a looping roundhouse kick when a straight jab gets the job done faster? JKD is about the shortest path to the target. Finally, economy of motion. Every move should use the least energy for the most damage. Bruce studied physics to perfect this. These aren't just fighting tips, they're a blueprint for efficiency in anything you do. What's one thing in your life you could simplify to get better results? Here's where Bruce's vision gets really wild. Decades before mixed martial arts, or MMA, was a thing, Bruce was doing it. He cross-trained in boxing, wrestling, judo, even fencing. He said, absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what's uniquely your own. Sound familiar? That's the DNA of modern MMA. UFC President Dana White calls Bruce the father of MMA for a reason. But his influence goes beyond fighting. His philosophy, be adaptable, question dogma, find your own path, applies to everything: business, creativity, personal growth. Bruce wasn't just teaching us how to fight, he was teaching us how to live. Here's the tricky part. How do you teach a style of no style? After Bruce's death in 1973, his students split into two camps. Some, like Ted Wong, stick to Bruce's exact techniques, what's called original JKD. Others, like Dan Inosanto, say JKD is a process, always evolving, pulling in new ideas from arts like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Who's right? Maybe both. Bruce didn't want blind followers. He wanted us to find our own way. But that freedom makes JKD tough to pin down. It's like water, right? Always changing shape. So, why does Bruce Lee's legacy endure? Because he was about breaking free from limits, whether it's a rigid martial arts style or a mindset holding you back. His call to be water is a reminder to stay fluid, resilient, and true to yourself in a world that's always changing. Bruce Lee's greatest fight wasn't against Wong Jack Man or some movie villain. It was against dogma, against anything that keeps us from being our best selves. So, what's your takeaway from Bruce's philosophy? How can you be water in your own life? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories about legends who changed the game. Until next time, keep flowing, keep crashing, and keep being you. See you in the next one.